Unseen, bro.
Yeah, yo, what's poppin'? Unseen Music, we back at it, man. I'm in the building. I got somebody with me. Y'all already know how I do about this time.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
um,
Yes, sir.
hey, what's poppin', man? What's
And
poppin'?
what's going on? What's going on, man? I appreciate you, man. Like I said, I appreciate you having me in your house. You know what I'm saying?
For
Take
sure,
your shoes off. I don't want to walk on your new carpet. You know what I'm saying?
man, for sure. I appreciate that. I say respect.
Yes,
Hey,
sir.
man, listen. You already know, man. I I like to link up with the artist, man. You know what I'm saying? I call this the Hunger Series, right? Like,
Oh yeah,
what
we.
what that means for me is one of the things that I always pay attention to is artists on their grind, you know, and they and the hunger that's attached to what they doing. You know what I'm saying? I've even created a project of the same name back in the days because of some cats that I was working with that had the same mindset and the same passion at that time. You
Right,
know what
right.
I'm saying? So I'm always drawn to artists on the same path. And yo, let me ask you something
Mm-hmm.
and tell me if you see it the same way. To me, the best music that artists make is during that time because
Oh yeah.
it's unattached to what the industry wants them to do.
Oh yeah.
It's more about their vision and what and how they want to come in. And
Oh,
hence the classics and the initial offer always has
right.
have that special feeling. Do you
You
agree with
got a
that?
point to prove. You got a point to prove. You know what I'm saying? It's you got a point. I mean, let me put it like this. It's kind of two ways. It's like you come in the game, you hungry, especially if you got a passion for it. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, it's kind of hard to tell because it's about the money. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, it ain't about the talent no more. But
Yeah.
back in the days, you know what I'm saying? It's like when you growing, you watching folks on TV on the videos, you got a point to prove because you try and be like them. You know what I'm saying? And that's what drive you. You know what I mean? But then I feel like a lot of people get to the point where, some things just get old, or it get to the point where you get in the game, you realize it ain't what you thought. So now hunger change because you like, why should I be this hungry if woo de woo de woo? You get what I'm saying? But now it's definitely about the hunger though, man. It's definitely about the hunger. That's one thing for sure that I try to keep myself humble. You know what I'm saying? That way I can always be hungry. So
So
yeah, I can definitely relate to that.
100, man. Hey, yo, look, right? When you're hungry, you're always gonna be passionate about trying to feed yourself, meaning it keeps you working and it
Oh yeah,
keeps and they you're driven to go for your goal, right? That's the idea of being
exactly.
hungry and eating. So that's why I push that and always speak about that, man. So, but yo, with that said, let's get back to that and we'll incorporate that into further conversation. Your name, man. Look, let me ask you. Your name is very interesting, right? So I'm kind of gonna ask you to say it once, and then we'll abbreviate it for the sake of the algorithm. And if you think you,
Yeah, bro. Man, hey, man, listen. That's the main thing I gotta deal with. I mean, lately it's been straight because I mean it's only been straight because of what you just said. You gotta abbreviate it. I realized that I was like, bro, I gotta start calling myself something else when I'm putting it out. Because if not, this shit here gonna pop up all the time. I got so many people telling me that shit, man. But you already know, man, the black vaccine, man. You can just call me black. You know what I mean? Just call me black vax or whatever.
yeah, yeah, hey, yo, listen,
The
we
whole
gonna refer to you as the black dosage or the black.
Hey, straight up, straight up, straight up.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
yo, listen. So look, black vaccine, man. That's your name. BV, we gonna say. But look, what's behind that, man? Like, what inspired that, and how does it connect to the music, though?
Man, really, it originally started with a song as a song title. You know what I'm saying? I got a partner right now, Calvin Genius Art. He a producer. He work. He out there in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? And did stuff. Erica Badu, Keith Sweat. You know what I mean? CBS News. But anyway, we had this track, and the name of the track was the Black Vaccine. So in the song, I was just speaking on like, man, we need something that's like going at least help us because a vaccine ain't a cure. It's just for, you know what I'm saying? It's for momentarily, basically, whatever you want to call it. So
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah, we need something like that. You know what I mean? So it got to the point where one day I woke up, I was like, shit, man, that's me. I'm the black vaccine.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And like a lot of people tell me, like, bro, it's a bold choice, woo woo woo.
yeah.
But the more I've been pushing it and the more that I've said, the more that I'm putting out music, it hits. You know what I'm saying? So that's really where the name came from, like, because they put, I mean, behind black, it ain't a culture, it ain't a race thing, it's like a culture thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like they coined the word black to be darkness. So it's like, shit, we need something to help us make through this darkness. You know what I mean? So that's what I feel my music is, to be honest with you.
That's
I try to put that relatability, if that's the word, in everything that, you know what I'm saying, that I put out. I try to put my all into it. So even if you can't relate to it, you can at least feel where I was coming from, you know what I'm saying, when I recorded it and when you listen to it. You feel me?
That's dope, man. That's dope. And you know, the name is loaded, man, because you know, we already know black people never really trust that thing, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Going to the old experiments and all of that. But you know what I'm saying? So I guess it gives you so much to inspire what you do with your brand, so to speak, man. You can always experiment, right? Musically, right? You know what I mean? So and just having something that most black people can relate to. Really, I think whatever black people put out, any other group can relate to it as well. I don't think it's exclusive.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
You know what I mean?
Most definitely.
So that's what's up, man. But so look, all right, so man, where you from though? All right, so look, we got that. It's a good foundation to understand. Like, where you from, and let me know the artists that are where you from as well, so we kind of get an idea of what you coming with. Where you from? What's
now? I know where I'm from.
Look, I'll just let.
Yeah, no. If they can't hear, you know, they'll know what's going on. But now, you know, I'm from the M, from Memphis, man. Memphis, Tennessee, man. North Memphis, Fraser. You know, I done lived in Atlanta, on the South Side, College Park, Old Nat, all that. But man, for the most part, it's like
Memphis in the building.
Oh yeah, for sure. Big Memphis, man. But
hey, yo, real quick, I'm gonna interrupt you. For those who know, do not associate this with Elvis. This is the home of 3 6 Mafia, not Elvis.
Not Elvis. We don't know that. We don't know that, man. It's funny. I used to stay. We stayed right across the street from that joint. Real talk.
Yeah.
They ain't even there no more. They done knocked them junk down. I think after a little girl had drowned in the pool. Some shit happened like that. They tore the apartment down though. But
damn. Okay.
Yeah. This ain't no. This ain't none of that. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no. This ain't no Elvis, man.
That's why I had to put it out there, man. It's the home of 3 6 Mafia, not Elvis.
Yeah. This that coming right. This that gangster black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This the real M. You know what I'm saying? The real sound that inspired a lot of y'all favorite artists today. You know what I'm saying? Whether they admit it or not, you know what I'm saying? From the flow, from the cadence, you know what I mean? But for the most part, for me, man, speaking on the artists of Memphis, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with Memphis artists. But I also had other artists, you know what I'm saying, from different cities. The artist that inspired me the most, and still to this day, is Lil Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, I grew up on that Wayne era. Yeah, I grew up on that mixtape Weezy era. You know what I'm saying? The 03 Wayne era, the drought era, you know what I'm saying? The drought 3, you feel me? The no ceiling. So,
okay,
you know, that's really how I'm coming with it. You know what I'm saying? I always add that soul to. I feel like a lot of Memphis music got that soul, whether it's some gangster shit or not. You gonna feel where they coming from. You know what I'm saying? From soul. So I always try to add that soul into what I do, but at the same time, I got a passion for it. You know what I mean? So I'm really coming with it. I'm really talking about some shit. I'm really coming with the wordplay. You know what I mean? I don't want to sit here and just, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna feel myself. Hold on. Hey, yeah, that's probably you hear me, but I'm gonna feel myself for a minute. It's like I'm really, because I've been doing it for a while. You know what I'm saying? I've been doing this shit since I was like 10, 11. You know what I mean? So I really take this shit serious. And it go back to what we were saying about the hunger and having a point to prove. I'm to the point where I understand the business, but I still got that point to prove. You know what I mean? Like I done had moments where I was signed to a label and I done had songs on the radio and, you know what I'm saying, number one on internet and this and that, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, it was just scratching the surface for me. It's like, I still got a point to prove, you know? So
that's what's up. That's what's up. And you know what, man, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that a little bit because a lot of the time, you know, artists may get exposure to the mainstream side of the game, right? Because and sometimes it feels like a success.
Right.
Really, that's just what that's like you said, that's scratching the surface. It's a whole lot more to it. So you have to maintain that hunger to really not only get there, but also sustain. So let's talk about that a little bit. You were signed once upon a time, right? What was that situation about?
It was a situation, man. It wasn't a major label, but we were doing major things. I was signed to an independent label out of New York. I mean, you from New York, you might know him, you might not know him. I'll tell you the name when we get off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because woo, but
yeah, I got you.
I used to go by another name. I usually don't even mention my rap name.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mention that just so folks know I ain't bullshitting. But I used another name, Young Memphis. I was 19, man. I was staying this when I was staying in Atlanta. I was homeless. You know what I'm saying? All my folks was in Memphis, different other cities. And I had a partner. He was like, man, my partner's got a record label. We working with an artist right now in Florida. Blase. You know what I'm saying? We pushing. I'm play your mixtape for him. So I think they took a trip to New York, bumped my shit all the way there and all the way back. So they get back. Like I said, I'm homeless. They get back. They called me, man. I pulled up to a crib. They got me a spot and everything. I ain't even signed no contract. You know what I'm saying? So I'm 19. I'm like, shit, fucked up. They left me with the contract. I'm in that junk with the contract. Mm-hmm. So it was like, what you gonna do? So I signed the contract. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm starting off with the end of the situation, but after that, it's like everything was going good though. Mm-hmm. 3 years in, like I said, I dropped the single Chunk of the Deuces, #4 on the radio. See, this around the time where Thug, Rich Homie, all of them was jet popping. It was like Drake was even jet popping. Like my song was higher than Drake's on the chart. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Was like 09-ish?
Nah, this was like 2013.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, this was I was signed to them from like late 12, basically 13 to like 15, 16.
Okay.
I got out the deal like late 15, late 16, you know what I mean? But this one got it, and Rich Homie had what was the name of that song? Damn. Yeah, I know, you know what I mean? But
yeah,
I was working, bro. XXL.
Yeah.
Magazine, man.
Yeah. When those things were still relevant at that time. I mean, they're still around, but now it's the internet.
Yeah, when that was still relevant. A lot of people might be like, it's whatever, woo, because nowadays it's like anybody can get in there, you paying to get it. You know what I'm saying? You know how I go. We know what's going on, but yeah, now everything was going good, but it was like, I don't know. It was just something in me that told me someone right. One, because I was signed to them for like three albums. I only did one. They called me that was like, it's time to resign. Like, man, why it's time to resign? You know what I'm saying? Shit, I only gave y'all an album. Woo. So then I'm like, you know what? I ain't never looked over this contract, bro. So I finally got somebody to look over the contract. There was some shit in there that wasn't right. And it was a big decision because I was 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, I was going to perform on BET Music Matters. But I ain't never do it because, like, the whole situation was so fucked up. I just got out of it. I just had to really show how serious I was. Like, can't fuck with it. You know what I mean? So I ended up getting out the deal, but I was around a lot of artists, Gotti, 2 Chainz, Tip, my Pastor Troy, like, off Kevin Gates. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was, I really got a taste of it, so it was like, it was just scratching the surface for me. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said that, but at the same time, it's like, I sit back like, damn, you know what I mean? Shit, what it could have been, but at the same time, like, you know what? It's all part of the plan, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you know what? That's a hell of a journey, man. I mean, number one, it speaks to the fact that you had people that were that already recognize your talent and that they could benefit and profit from it, and also supposedly you supposed to benefit from it too. Clearly, it ain't turned out the way that way to where you had to walk away, man. And and I can relate to that, man. Because I can actually say that I had contracts myself, and there's a lot I didn't sign, and I think sometimes people think when you come in the game, a contract automatically mean you go make it. Sometimes it's really just signing a slave contract, and it's not good for your psyche. It might even be detrimental to your life, right? So sometimes, and I've had contract where the situation was great. I'm not going to mention it off here, like you said, some stuff, you know what I'm saying? We could mention it off the air. But I had contract where, you know what I'm saying, all the glitz stuff, you know what I'm saying, presented to me. And when you look at it, it was like, I'm just gonna be in a sweatshop doing this for you. What's the point of this? I'd rather be nothing as far as you're concerned rather than sign this. You know what I'm saying?
Sir, yes, sir. And that's real though. It's real. That's why I said I was speaking on the hunger where it's like you hungry, but then when you realize what it is, you like, did I even beat this hunger? If it's poison, why the fuck I'd rather starve. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a damn how hungry I am. Like, if I know it's poison, why should I? You know what I mean? Why should I be hungry? Why should I eat it? So
it's a fact. It's a fact. Hey, yo, listen. Side note, right? Once upon a time, clearly this ain't the kind of hunger this dude wanted, right? Supposedly a homeless cat asked me, for, he hungry, give him some money, eat some food. I had a fresh wrap. I didn't even touch it yet, right? I said, "Oh, word, yo, take my wrap here. I can't, you hungry? Let me give you the food. It's ready. I'm saving you a trip and a bunch of here.
Yeah, right now,
right? Yo, he took it and he walked away. And I'm watching this dude in my rearview mirror because I'm still parked. And he went by a tree and just threw that sucker and sat it down, but throw it away, but sat it down.
Oh,
yo, I got out the car. I said, "Yo, man, get my food, man. What the hell wrong with you, man? I'm hungry.
Right, I'm hungry. Yeah,
like, so you want the money? Clearly, you were hungry because I'm giving you food. You came here on a diet, right?
Before another hit, man. You trying to,
but look,
trying to boost up real quick.
Man, but see, look, I only put that out there to say, for some people, what you think is supposed to feed them is not necessarily how they try to get fed, right?
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? So you may offer them something that you have, if we put in the context of the business, man, you have to make sure you present things to people that's gonna make sure that they fed for the way they want to be fed.
Yeah,
also for what's gonna work out for their expectations. So sometimes and a lot of cats that do that, they're not good business people. Now, a lot of good so-called good business people can. Excuse me, let me rephrase it this way. A lot of crooked business people can do good business because they know how. But if you want to do real good business, you have to do honest business because that lasts longer. Look at that. They don't have you anymore. Who knows? You could look, just like you said, yo, this music industry is sheer luck in some cases. You could have been in Drake's spot, literally.
Nah, for sure. For sure, man.
You started at that time, right?
Charts. I'm gonna see you these charts, man. See, my song was a couple songs under Lady Gaga.
There you go. And look, she's
like
her numbers is ridiculous.
You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy how you say like the crooked shit, because it's like even after I got out the contract, because I ain't gonna lie, it was like everybody was like, bro, what the fuck? What you mean? Because it wasn't no red flag straight up. You know what I'm saying? From the outside looking in, or even for the folks from the inside looking in, it's like, bro, everything good, everything taken care of. Woo, 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 woo. You ain't never hungry. You ain't never need no clothes. You ain't never need no jewelry. Man, you ain't got to do nothing. You going to VIP, in the VIP you go in, you and that motherfucker, y'all getting the highest VIP in that bitch. You got the DJ showing you love. What's the I'm saying? But like, down the side, bro, like, he's like, you got to go with your, you know what I'm saying, with your intuition. Like, I just felt it. I'm like, something ain't right. You know what I mean? Then I end up chopping up with my partner. After the whole situation, a couple years after the situation, he like, yeah, man, so-and-so, man, he was stealing money and everything, bro. It was on some whole snake going on. I'm like, come on, bro. I knew it. I knew what was up. Yeah. Feel me?
That's the industry for you, man. You know what I'm saying? But, it's a good thing you didn't end up in a situation that, although it could have put you in a famous light, but at least, it's better for your own morals and your own, idea for how you should have been successful and not allow people to just eat off of you. Yeah. And you didn't get what you expected out of it, like the cat who threw my rap away, right? Even though I think he should have ate that damn rap, but at least, just metaphorically speaking, right? You should have got what you expected out of it, not just what they wanted to offer you, which is just those things that they provided at that time. It's more to that, right? Because it's one thing if you just you could offer me $1 million and it sounds good, but when I find out you're about to make $1 billion or $100 million,
like, come on, you can show me a little bit of love, you know what I mean?
Right, give it to me.
Like my pops used to say, if you gonna fuck me, at least give me some sugar now. You know what I'm saying? You know
what I'm saying? That's an OG talk.
You trying to rape me? You trying to put something in my cup? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Real talk.
Yeah.
You know, it get deeper than that. Like, cause I really look, I was saved from that, and also, man, I was, you know what I mean, his personal life, man. She wasn't, you know what I mean. We was wild, we was young. You feel me?
Yeah.
I'm hanging around niggas who date niggas around. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, something ain't right. Might be or a thug situation type shit. It was like, you know, it was a lot of shit that I really look at now and like, okay, yeah, it was the right choice, bro.
Right.
It's times where, like I said, them kind of like my trophies. I go back, I still got my receipts and shit, like the charts. I go back looking at the shit like, damn, bro. Like, bro, you supposed to be, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but then the side, I'm like, nah, bro, don't think like that. Like, everything happened for a reason. Think about it like this. Like, you where you supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You got creative control and everything. And that was another thing too, because it was like, I was 19, like I'll do shit. Like you listen to what I just released. And if I was to let you hear what I did with them, it's like you could tell that shit, you know what I'm saying? It was just no creative control for me.
I see what you mean. And we gonna talk about that, right? We gonna talk about some of the music. But like I said, man, salute that, you know, of course, there's a lot of could have been, what would have been in these kind of situations. Trust me, I got a lot of them, bro. Like, I have a situation that when I tell people, they're like, you cap. And I'm like, if you think somehow this is some superhuman thing to achieve, that's up to you. I actually did it, right? You know what I'm saying? But if I'm telling you, that's what it was. But sometimes I think back of what could have been. But then again, I think about who I am.
Yeah.
And my personality, I'm like, that wouldn't have worked. It would have been a whole lot worse. Because who I am, I wouldn't let that slide. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But man, so look, yo, you mentioned some folks, right? You were around for the Drake rise, right? A lot of these other cats, man. So a lot of those people today are what is known today as the GOAT, right? So let's talk GOAT talk, right? One of your songs, man. Had a chance to peep that out, man. GOAT talk is definitely an interesting one. First and foremost, I'm gonna let you lay the foundation for what that song about, and we go get into it a little bit more.
I really just GOAT talk, really just popping your shit, man. It's GOAT talk part 2. For all my fans that's really tuning in now, I dropped the tape October 21 called 03 Lil Wayne, and I had a joint on there called GOAT Talk, where it was kind of like a tribute of different artists, giving Lil Wayne his flowers. So it's almost if I came into from the personality of Lil Wayne popping his shit. So it was like I was approaching it like I was Wayne popping his shit on GOAT Talk Part 1. So I had to do Part 2 on this project, man, because it's like I'm to the point where, because I grew up on the 03 Wayne where it wasn't about the hooks and chords and all that shit like it's about now. It wasn't about the melodies, like it was about just straight rapping.
Yeah.
I don't feel like I ever get away from it. You know what I mean? Like whatever project I do, I always gotta include that side of me. You know what I'm saying? So I had to include one in there where it was just straight bars. You know what I'm saying? To let them know, like this what I do. Like this ain't no mama rap shit. Like I'm you know what I mean? A go to this shit, even though y'all ain't noticed it yet. But I'm telling you, I'm gonna go to this shit. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna let that rock. I'm gonna let that play.
What it gonna do, so it gonna be what it's gonna be. And when you see this big old E get out running, you gon' free. You gon' fuck or you gon' leave. If it's up, man, then it's stuck. Come get this pussy out the tree. Stand on 90 degrees. The left hook is plan B. In this shit since 93. Record deal at 19. Bankroll on Ice Spice. Brisk game on Ice T. Gang of shooters, Spike Lee. You niggas sweet as type 3. Stand on what ice beats. When that bitch at light speed. I just brought my niggas strikers. I ain't talking like me.
With that said, let's talk a little bit about as far as the GOATs that inspired you, because we mentioned that earlier, but we gonna focus on that a little bit. Clearly, Wayne, Wayne is officially the GOAT of the current generation, man. From my era, like I said to you when we before we went live, you know what I'm saying? I am technically a 90s rapper. Excuse me, damn, did I say rapper? Well, Yo, listen, I'm a producer. Let me make that clear. But I actually started out as a rapper. A lot of people don't know, right? I used to write first. Yeah, know what I'm saying? I used to write first, but I did a lot of ghostwriting.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Come on. But, I'm a 90s producer. I started out in the mid-90s, right? So technically I'm a 90s producer, but I've transitioned through all of the time. I put out music in all era. I've never limited myself to the time that I came up in, right? With that said, My goats, you know what I'm saying, are like the Pacs, the Dr. Dre's, the Jay-Z's. That's the goat of my era, right? But Lil Wayne, 03, like hands down, man, that's the goat of today.
Yeah.
Generation. I can't even give it to Drake yet because he's still in it.
Yeah.
He's still in it.
Yeah,
and
sure.
honestly, I feel different about Drake, you know, because Drake came into the I can't take nothing away from him, but I feel like Drake had a lot of foundation to cement him where he is, as opposed to more organic. I'm not saying he's not organic, or maybe I can say that, but it's only to say the industry was so.
It Mayweather, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Put it like that, you know?
Yeah.
But you know the disdain that each one left and the disdain that each one gonna leave. You know what I mean? So
that's a fact. That's a fact.
He can't leave a stain like Muhammad. Drake can never leave a stain like Wayne, even though the stats made
what's up?
It's true though. Wayne stats is out of here. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but yeah.
Yo, Wayne stats is ridiculous. And you know what's crazy is that each of those artists are from an era where the stats speak for themselves in their own, unique way. How Jay-Z, 50, and those guys did, Drake couldn't do that. In the same way, those guys are not doing what Drake is doing, right? In this age, they can't do it either, right? So they don't have their own unique print and stamp in this history of this game, man. So it's a good thing. So GOAT talk, you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about a little bit more GOATs besides Lil Wayne. Who else that you would say that pretty much is the foundation of what influenced you, man? Because I hear your music, man. Personally, I like your stuff. I'm gonna tell you that to your face. I didn't just have you come on here and just talk, but I really, had a chance to sit down and listen to your music. I like what I hear, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. But who inspired a lot of that, man? Who inspired a lot of that? Who are some of the GOATs? And look, I'm sorry to cut you off, right? I use GOATs because it's easier for people to make reference to, right? Because sometimes it could be somebody on the ground, but I always use the most common artists because people can reference those. So that way, when they hear you, they understand that you could be even greater than one of those. So that's why I always go to the GOATs and the top ones. All right. So, but anyway, let me let you rock.
GOAT talk. We're gonna do GOAT talk. We're gonna do GOAT talk for them, and we're gonna do GOAT talk for me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like I feel what you're saying as far as like the mainstream folks, but I also got to give homage to the, you know what I'm saying, to the folks that some people may not know. But of course, Wayne, and it's crazy. Pac, you say Pac inspired me, and it's like for me, it ain't always got to be your music. You know what I'm saying? It could be your personality. It could be your energy. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna transcend into what I'm doing. You feel me? So with Pac, it is the music, but it's like 30% to me. Pac, it's like 70% of who he is and how he stood on what he stood on, his personality and how he was coming. So it's like when I watch Pac, I always feel like I'm seeing some of me. You know what I'm saying? Hearing shit that I say, he's saying shit that I feel. You know what I mean? As far as the talent, it's like Wayne, the current GOATs, Cole, Kendrick. You know what I mean? Like I said, I grew up in an era where folks was really rapping. You know what I mean? So you really had to be rapping for me to really sit down and listen to you. You know what I mean? Like, for the most part, I wasn't bumping nothing but Wayne, man. I'm gonna be honest, Wayne. And when Kendrick dropped that Pimp to Pimp a Butterfly, man, I used to bump it.
That's
yeah, for sure. And then like for other artists that my Memphis artist that inspired me. I mean, I fuck with Gotti. Everybody always fuck with Gotti. It's like you grow up on Gotti because 3 6 Mafia and Gotti, that's, you know what I mean? That was like the ghost of the city. But for me, it was like Fly. It was like Gangsta Black. You know what I mean? Because I ain't gonna lie. If ain't nobody never heard of Gangsta Black, to me, Gangsta Black, the hardest nigga out of Memphis, man, period.
Okay.
You know, Gangsta Black, Gangsta Black, for anybody who listen don't know who Gangsta Black is, man, look up Gangsta Black. Anything that he come with, it was his voice, it was his cadence. You know what I'm saying?
The biggest song, and when I say biggest, I don't necessarily mean commercial success, but at least one of those songs that he's known for that people.
I'm gonna tell you something too. And a lot of people might get him confused with Player Fly because they sound just alike. But Gangsta Black was on that Nobody Needs Nobody. He was like,
okay,
it ain't no cheese, it and cheddar. That's him when he coming on that jump. That
Okay.
gangster might not know because him and Player Fly sound just alike.
I
You
see.
know?
Okay.
Yeah, so they, you know what I mean? They used to rap together and shit. I think it got to a little point where they were beefing and shit, but I think
Okay.
yeah,
Right.
him and Fly really inspired me, man, because it's like, it was just, I mean, I fought with 362, but with them, it's just that cadence, it's that feel.
Yeah.
And I feel something. I hear what you're saying, like got it hard, you know what I'm saying? But with them, it's like I just feel it. I feel it in a different way because I'm listening to what you're saying too, and then feeling that pain that's coming behind you.
That's what's up, man. Shout out to Gangsta Black, man.
Oh yeah.
So listen, Memphis is definitely a musical place, man. Like you know, Nashville, all of the studios, man. You got like it's people wouldn't think of. A lot of people know. People that do music know, but a lot of cats in the rap game will think that music is centered around New York, California, and Atlanta. They don't realize how musical Memphis is, man.
They don't give us our
Incredibly musical, man. Incredibly musical. You know what I mean?
A lot of Atlanta sound. Memphis inspired a lot of different cities, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of surrounding cities, like. If I don't even know, like that's really where the Migos got their flow from. Memphis, we was one of the first one. I mean, Bone Thugs and Harmony, man. They used to.
There you go.
They used to split beef with 3 6 because they won't say they started the flow and shit.
Yeah.
But
that verses.
For me, oh yes, that's how real that shit was. Like
verses, man.
They really been feeling like that. But for me, man, I feel like Memphis started this shit. I feel like we started that shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even notice that, but it's starting to show though. Glorilla, Shiesty, Free Shiesty, man. Big RP to Big Scar, Dolph RP to Dolph, man. Of course, Gotti. You know what I'm saying? Like they hearing it. They see what's going on.
Yeah.
There's a lot more artists in Memphis, man, that I ain't named. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace, Gangsta Boo. Rest in peace, Dolph.
So, man, damn right, rest in peace, Gangsta Boo, man. You know what I mean? Lord Infamous, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Memphis, man. It's so misfortunate that Memphis so dark because we don't really get a chance to shine our light, and people don't really even want to search for the light in the city. But talent, you know what I'm saying? Like we come from it, like you said, like we come from that, like the blues. It's like music. We come from music, man. From the Al Greens and all that. Right?
Yeah.
But still, that's part of Memphis too. You know what I'm saying? Like we come from, you know what I mean? Like we really got a lot of soul and a lot of talent in the city. You know,
even the white folks, man, you know, heavily with the country stuff and all other stuff. Come on, Memphis is heavy with the music scene. People don't understand it. Like I said, just me being being in the game for so long, man. I paid that attention. Like Memphis, Nashville, right? All like it's really I mean.
Come on, man. Hey, Drake know what's going on. If y'all pay attention, man, every song Drake dropped down there lately got a Memphis sample in it. He sampled Player Fly. He said, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Drake
had the opportunity to pretty much take everything from everybody and use it. And I'm not mad at that. That's hip hop, man. Like I ain't saying he's bad for that, but
that's part of the game. That's part of the game. That's part of the game.
But he really
smart, and it's smart too.
Come on,
because he got roots there. Why not use that shit to your advantage?
Yeah,
like your pop's really from there. I don't know. You probably was really there when you was a kid. You know what I'm saying? That's what he said. Like he's like Dolph said, man. Drake slick a Memphis nigga, man. Like for real, real talk.
Yeah, one minute he's a Florida nigga, 1 minute he's a Houston nigga, one minute he's a Memphis nigga.
Hey,
you know the one nigga Drake I've never seen Drake been is a Canada nigga.
Nah, never. He started off a Canada nigga, then he was like, nah, this here ain't pushing it. Where I need to go, man.
Oh man,
smart though, man. Drake going with the market. You know what I'm saying? The Memphis market popping right now. You know what's going on when this.
If the wind blows in hip hop, Drake say I'm flowing.
Oh yeah, goodness.
Oh, that's what's up. Go talk, man. I'm saying we talking some go talk. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody that we referencing, listen. When you think of hip hop, like you're gonna think of New York. You're gonna because that's where it started, and you're gonna think of Cali because they had their reign after that in the South. But in the South, Memphis is technically not the South.
Right. Well, they admit what they want to call it.
Yeah, the Midwest and those other stuff. But it's associated. But it's I say all that to say all of those places are associated with where the GOAT of hip hop come from, right? And here we have it, man. So I think we're gonna see a whole lot more because there's no more barrier, right? People have opportunity pretty much to get in there, man, and impact like they should, and as long as they can and keep pushing, man. So I'm glad to see that you had that trajectory, man. You had the deal prior, right? You did what you did, charted and did some good stuff with that, but you got out of the situation because it wasn't the most beneficial. And here you are, man. You still pushing 2023, man. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? More music, man. Yo, let's talk about some additional music, man. Listen. Now, I'm going to talk about some music, but I'm also going to speak about some of the contents within the songs as well. But let's focus on the music, man. One of the songs that I personally like, man, is Time, right? But before that, let me just say this, man. I think when it comes to hip hop, one of the biggest issue is substance. Substance, right? That's created a lot of the conversation to the point where hip hop has been declared dead because watered down because of the substance wasn't a part of the game. Me personally, I look at it like this, right? I think there's room for everything. I don't think everybody has to follow one foundation. You have the substance, like meaning you're gonna have.
Even back in the day, some people weren't saying shit, bro.
Come on, bbro. Hey, yo, listen, man. I don't know if you know the song. You probably heard Biggie reference it, right?
What's that?
And when he said, "Remember the hard, I never thought hip hop would take
this spot." Yeah.
Have you heard that actual song?
Nah.
Look it up. The dude was just going on the song. The
whole time.
And he's rapping like a cowboy. And I'm taking my pistol.
I ain't gonna lie. I appreciate that. You dropping them Jews on. I ain't never know what the hell Biggie was talking. Hey, really?
That's why he said that, because it went to garbage songs like that. The hard. Never thought hip hop would take it this far.
That's hard. Now that's something else to use to reference for a song. I appreciate that, bro. You got it. I'm gonna use that. You think I'm bullshit? I'm gonna use that.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's deep though, because that's really hard though, because it's like that's really showing you that everything's repeating. It was at the hard. It's kind of like we there now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna shift back to the biggest, to the pops. You get what I'm saying? So that's how. So I'm definitely gonna use that. I ain't know that what he meant though. But that's
so the substance, or the lack of it, always have been around, right? Even if you take he's a GOAT in his own right, like a cast like Kool Moe Dee from the '80s, right? A lot of his stuff is a little bit like, man, what the hell? Like what? Right, so you might have say, "Yo, what's the substance?" But like I said, there's room for everything. But it's only the same, man. The type of hip hop that means the most to people are the one that carry substance. And hearing your project, man, it's called Poor Millionaire. Very interesting name again, right? Very interesting name again. But one of the things I had a chance to recognize about that, man, you really have a lot of substance-based music in there, right? Because you're talking about things that connect to your personal experience, your personal life, and even things, whether they personal or not, they represent a reality, right? Even if you just had to embellish so you can protect the innocent or the victims in there, like the shorties or whatever, right?
You know what's going on.
But I was going to say, I like that because it gives people, I think the music that you create where people can connect to it, and again, not to go back to the fun stuff don't make sense because people sometimes don't want to think deeply, right? They want to focus.
I'm straight bars, but I be bumping it. Like I like to ride around if I just watch the car. You know what I'm saying? It's hot outside. I got the windows down. I might want a little attention today. I'm finna bump this shit right here.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely me. Yeah.
Let's turn on some Crunchy Black and let's just have fun.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna throw on some Gangsta Black. My click so deep, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
But nonetheless, your project, man, pretty much has that. Yo, it's funny you mentioned this earlier. I kid you not. Not because you said it, but when I heard this stuff, it really gave me. I'm not saying it's exactly that, but it gave me the feeling. I was like, yo, this give me a vibe somewhat like To Pimp a Butterfly, somewhat. Some of the songs, right? Not everything. Some other ones
it's supposed to show, it's gonna show, and that's really what it is. That's why, like, I ain't gonna lie, like that's where I get my skits and making it like a movie. You know what I'm saying? Like I get that from Kendrick. I got that from Kendrick. Like he was one of the first artists that I really listened to, and with the skits, like the Good Kid, Mad City and shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, yo, damn, this shit really dope because it's like a movie now. Now it's not just music. It's art. It's art. I mean, of course it's art, but it's like it's like a movie. You know what I mean? I don't know how to put it, but you get what I'm saying. It's deeper than just what you hear. Now it's taking you somewhere. You can visualize this shit. So it's like I always try to incorporate in that in everything. Like even if it's just an intro skit, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. But yeah, for sure.
That's what's up. And you know, skits were a big thing from my era, right, man? Some of my favorite albums were NWA, and they were heavy with the skits. De La Soul, one of them just recently passed. Rest in peace, to one of the legends. But De La Soul in the early '90s, late '80s, pretty much started doing skits. Probably weren't the only ones, but you know where it was focused. And the NWA did a lot of skits, man. They were on there killing hookers and everything. But
right, yeah.
NWA has great.
I ain't gonna cut. I ain't mean to cut you out.
You good.
I used to fuck with Eazy-E, man. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, Eazy-E used to be crazy.
Man.
Especially when he had to look up planet. I don't know how old I was, man, but I never forget that shit.
Yeah.
My pops listening to that shit now around me, but he was like, "Shut up, bitch." Yo,
easy
man.
for you, bro. Easy for you. Yeah. But you know, it's good though because it skits help an album. It paint the picture of the concept of the album a little bit more. And
if you got the substance, though,
when you have
all over the place.
Yeah, trying to be comedian with dumbass, know, random skits. Yeah, and that's what I noticed for your project too, because you really had a piece in there that break down like the black millionaire, excuse me, not black millionaire, poor millionaire concept. Right? You know, look, I'm thinking about the black vaccine part, but the poor millionaire part, right? It's really dope, man. It really outline a foundation for first and foremost, before we get more into the songs, that definitely has a foundation for substance in it. What's the poor millionaire? Because look, for the most part, I think most rappers are poor millionaires, but it may not have nothing to do with the concept you represent, right? And look, here's the reason why I say that, because a rapper will come on the scene and shine like he already made it. You know
I'm not for sure. And it's crazy that you say that though, because it's like it's kind of like a mixture of all that, man. You know what I mean? Because it's what you, not me, but you take from it. You get what I'm saying? I know it's gonna be some people that look at it exactly like what it is. Exactly like what the cover looked like. You see a homeless man with a lot of money around him, poor millionaire. You know what I mean? And then it's like with the Bob Marley shit, when he was having the interview and the guy asked him, "Are you rich?" He was like, "What you talking about, money?" He's like, "Well, if you talking about money, then I know what you're talking about." But he's like, "I'm rich at soul." It's like that too. And then for the most part, for me, it's like making something great with the least possible. You get what I'm saying? I feel like, you know what I'm saying, I'm well off, you know what I mean, if that's what you want to say, but it's like mentally and with the world and how it's coming at you, you know what I'm saying, you feel like you barely got shit to work with. You know what I mean? Like with me doing everything myself, ain't no team. I'm the A&R, I'm the director, I'm the graphic designer. I'm taking the pictures, I'm setting up the cameras, I'm producing the beats, I'm playing the guitar on my shit, I'm writing my own shit. It's like I barely got something to work with, but I'm making $1 million worth of fucking art. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it come from for me, because it's like before I dropped that tape, you know what I'm saying, I took like a year and a half off from the social media. I dropped the 03 Lil Wayne in 2021. And after that, I just went through a dark phase, bro. Where it's like I was just feeling damn near like literally like I was finna die and shit, like physically and mentally. I'm going to 10, 20 fucking doctors and all type of shit. I was just in so much of a dark space, bro. I just thought that was it. But the more I sat by myself, I realized like, bro, you got some shit that you need to release. You know what I'm saying? This shit ain't breaking you. This shit is making you because it's on your mind. If you don't pay attention to what it's doing, then it ain't doing nothing. But you know exactly what you're going through. You know exactly how you feel. Use that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's really where it came from. The poor millionaire was like, man, that's what I'm feeling like right now. Like, I got to do it now. Fuck saying, oh, the time ain't now. People hit me up, bro, what you waiting on? I'm just waiting on the time right. I'm trying to get myself right. Now the time is now. Use what you got to make something, bro. Use what you got to make something. You know what I mean? So that's really where the poor millionaire come from. I ain't doing a lot with nothing. You know what I'm saying? Making greatness out of nothing.
Salute, man. Salute. That's definitely a dope explanation to really understand the concept and the substance behind that, because it also helped a lot of people realize when you break it down like that, where we know millions is a million. It's 1 to a million, right? $1 million, $1 million. And the idea of being rich is having $1 million, but you could be richer away from the money, because when you have the value,
come on,
right with you, and just work it out and manifest it, and you know that, yo, hold on, I'm already in possession of $1 million. I may be financially poor or according to the structure, standards, but hold on, I have $1 million already. And I think knowing the what value is, people can always find $1 million somewhere.
Right, exactly.
It has to be the dollar. Now, yo, listen, we all want the $1 million, man. We gonna stop playing. But it's only to say money is only as valuable as what it can buy, because there's some things money can't be, right?
Exactly. You got $1 million, you gonna blow that shit to Mars. He got 100,000, he just flipped that shit to $1 million.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? Or he got 100,000, he's sitting on it. He ain't just sitting on it, he buying what he need, he doing what he need with it. And it's lasting longer.
There you go.
Like, what the hell, bro? I done been in that situation.
That's what's up, man. Yo, that's dope, man.
That shit. You like, bro, what the fuck? What the hell? Like, bro, that was dumb as hell. Like, real talk.
Yo, man, the rap game is built for that. The rap game is built to just blow money. Yo, one time me and a rapper, I ain't gonna blow him up, but it probably wouldn't be a big deal, but I'm just not gonna say, we chilling, man. We just finished working in the studio, and he like, yo, listen, man, this ain't nothing. I just bought some blood. Tomorrow I'm gonna spend 20,000, man. Wait till you come out. I'm like, on what? On the same thing we just did. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's
I'm like, we just left the studio and hung out. And tomorrow you plan on spending 20,000 just to do the same exact thing?
Make no sense.
And you didn't spend 20 tonight, so why not just keep the money? Don't spend that.
Right, exactly. Come on now.
But I get it, right? Who it means what it means. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Especially when you gotta treat yourself, bro.
Right, you know what I mean? But
you gotta be smart with it. You gotta be smart with it.
Hey, yo, listen. That'll make some people really poor, but let's talk about poor millionaire. Let's focus on that, man. Very substance based. One of the other concepts, man. You laid down, a lot of concept based songs in there. But yo, let's go to back to the GOAT talk, man. You had a couple lines in there, right?
For sure.
Look, one thing we've been seeing, man, fresh off, right? Boosie mad at T.I., right? Because of alleged rat talk, rat conversation, all this other stuff. All that ties into police, right? We got the RICO cases going on. So now, and I'm gonna bring this up, and this is not to, I'm not prefacing what I'm saying to exactly what I'm about to talk about, but it's only to say that is automatically what people associate when they hear this in particular. When they hear police, people automatically, no. So, you mentioned a lot about how your brother job is a police, right? Now we already know we don't call the police, man. Scarface, Ghetto Boy, G Code. I don't know if you remember that song. We don't call the police, right?
Oh no, I might know it if I hear it.
Born in the G Code embedded in my blood. We don't talk to police.
Because I listen to a lot of old shit too, though.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yo, let's touch on that a little bit, man. Before I, say too much on it, I want you to touch on it, so that way, because that was one of the lines that you lay down in there.
My brother job a police, but won't call the police, so we ain't talked in some weeks. Ain't even called just to speak.
So I want to get some background in that. You know what I mean?
It's like it's really like shit. It's showing the other side of the other side. If you get what I'm saying. Okay, so a lot of people like, damn, quote unquote NWA, fuck the police, woo the woo. But it's kind of like, what if it's, you know what I'm saying, closer to your house or whatever. What if you the police, your brother the police? Yeah. So you know what I mean. But it's at the same time, it's like, with him being the police, man, it ain't like, you know what I mean? Because I ain't got nothing against the police, but if you ask me if I support it, if he would have came to me and said, hey, little bro, I got a list of shit I'm finna do. Bam, 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 bam. I would never pick that one for him. You get what I'm saying? But I respect it because he went all the way through with it. He said, man, this is what I'm finna do. This is what I want to do. And he went all the way through with it. But at the end of the day, it's like him and anybody else, even, you know what I'm saying, with the situation, you still got to face reality. Reality is, you know how we grew up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, conversation that you had with motherfuckers when you talking about the police. Mm-hmm. Like, so that ain't gonna change just because you the police. I like my brother the police, but we won't call the police. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, I had to throw some more in there to let them know. But my brother, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, regardless of the badge or regardless of the situation, like, I'm still gonna fuck with my brother. Because at the end of the day, all police ain't fucked up. So that kind of shine a light on the other side of the shit where they say, fuck the police. But it's like, hold on. You got the other side of the police. All police ain't bad. How you know? Because my brother a police. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? I know my brother a real nigga. I know my brother a solid nigga. So it's like, I know it's other people in the same situation. You feel me? But
yeah. That's what's up, man. Good, good explanation, to give us the understanding, especially what you meant by that on it. Yo, listen, man, one of the cats I grew up with, man, even when we were hanging out, all the way back in South Jamaica, Queens, man, he ended up being a cop. We ain't look at that at any old kind of way, man, except for that, yo, this is what it is. Know what I'm saying? It don't mean that we ain't, we make sure he ain't trying to like police on us or nothing like that. But it is. It was like, all right, but this is what it is. This is your path, and that's what it is, man. You go, that's what it is, man. You still cool, end the story. But at the same time, man, police and us, man, it's a rocky, it's not even a relationship. It's just a rocky situation. We know the history of it. We ain't gonna get too much into it, with exception that while we spoke about Memphis tonight, and we speaking about the police. We know that Tyron Nichols, right, died a couple weeks ago, but at the hands of those 5 black cops, happened to be from Memphis, right? Your neck of the wood, man. So those are the kind of things. Now that's a new one that we've seen. It's not a new one where black police have hurt brothers like themselves, but it's again, in the 90s, I watched the Rodney King tape where they beat the dog shit out of him. Yeah. This one was like probably worse. Yeah. It was worse from what I've seen.
You seen that, John? I ain't watch it.
Yo, man. They beat that brother like an old Jamestown slave, man. Brothers beat him that way. It was crazy. But we don't know the full story in terms of what really drive those dudes, man. So much rumors around it, but it's only to say there's those type of situation when we think about it. When we think of that side of policing, right? That leave the bad taste in our mouth repeatedly, where we seen things like that, man. What's the scene in Memphis like behind that situation, man? How folks in Memphis looking at that? Because y'all there, and like you said, you got your brother that's in that world. And how does that feel for him? And how does you still have to go out there. I don't know whether that impacts you in any way, in particular his job. But how does that look like for the folks, and even down to your brother, man? And
for him, he in Florida. He a police officer in Florida.
Okay, gotcha. Okay,
so that's a whole different situation. But but as far as like the situation for the city, it ain't do nothing but just cause more darkness on the city, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? And then, like you said, with it being the blacks, it really caused darkness, because you like, damn, now who the fuck we thought this all, you know what I'm saying? We thought this is who we had, you know what I'm saying? But now we see, even though we ain't saying it's everybody, even though we ain't saying it's gonna happen again, but it's like, damn, when it happened that close to home, you instantly start thinking about yourself. You start thinking about your cousins, about little brothers, sisters, anybody, not even just males, you know what I'm saying? Anybody, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's like a dark cloud, man. It's fucked up because the city was already dark before that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just the wrong time. I'm gonna just say that it's the wrong time for some shit like that to happen, because it ain't doing nothing but making folks more angry. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And more emotions, and I already know how they get when the emotion gets stirred up, and especially when there's a lot of people with the same emotion. Now you got, you know what I mean, killing for no reason. Even if every retaliation toward them, it could be retaliation towards a random, you know what I mean, just because it's how I'm feeling right now.
Man, you just had an 18-year-old that shot a cop. You shot him in the head a few times.
Come on now.
Not once, a few times. He's arrested.
Okay.
Like, look, you know what I'm saying? 18-year-old black man.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's when the emotion build up, man. You know?
Oh, it's crazy, man. But I think that really definitely make things a little bit darker, because I think one of the solutions that people have spoken about to police brutality have been having more black cops, and now we see that.
Yeah, and now that fuck you up, and they're showing you like, you know what I mean? But at the same time, what is the solution? You feel me?
Yeah.
But, you know how that shit go. Different
Nah,
subject.
for sure. But you know, good thing of you to even bring that up on record, because it keeps the conversation going, man. Because in real life, at the end of the day, we will relate to those police. They do have families. That's regular people. That's not police.
That's kind of really what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, it's showing you like, yeah, we saying fuck the police, but at the same time, it's like they family. You get what I'm saying? So how the fuck do we really deal with this? Cut and pay, this, and they like, damn, now I'm going into my brother pockets. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm going into my niece's mouth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit real. So it's like, how do you really, you know what I mean? We always got to look at it from both sides. Everybody be
let me tell you something, bro. Watch every rapper who have had something happen to them that wasn't from another rapper. Let's say their house been burglarized, or they all called the cops when it all said and done. So
you gonna call the police?
Everybody called the cops. Stop the
call the police for something. You know what I'm saying? Accident, who you call? You call the police?
Hey, yo, listen, bro. I know gangsters, hitters. When they got thick for them in the middle of it, they ain't gonna get they gat. They called the police.
Calling the police.
I'm
they gonna tell you. Nah, that's right.
It wasn't even like some street situation, and they in the middle of the thickness, and they called the cops.
It's real.
And
it's out of persona. It's that wolf.
Stop it.
You gotta be that wolf. Everybody want to be the wolf nowadays. So wherever the wolf pack at, that's where everybody going.
That's a fact.
Wolf pack over here. All right, we're going over there then. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what's going on.
That's a fact. So look, keep those conversations going, man. Really just contribute to the substance that, you know, I think what hip hop really started, and really what it was about. Hip hop always have been a tool that spoke with the people, and it did that the most effectively. Don't get me twisted. Black music have done that in the early years as well, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know the early soul music was doing exactly that, but it's just that some of the same things weren't happening. But when you go back and listen to those records, listen to the lyrics. Besides love, clearly it was a lot of loving, but that aside, they were talking about inflation and the economy. Let the dollar circulate, right? A whole lot of other things about wars, right?
Wars coming to get them on. The James Brown, let's go.
James Brown and the Black experience in of itself were on those records a lot. So it's only to say substance always mattered in music, and I think we can add the fun. We can keep the fun in it. We can do the Glorilla type of vibe. You know what I'm saying?
You want to have fun all the time, though. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? But I think, what's dope about substance-based record? They are timeless still, because people will always be able to relate. They're not trendy and fashionable.
Facts.
That's some old hip hop records I can always listen to, man. No matter what day and time that it is, or what era that I'm in. It's just like 1991 Ice Cube Death Certificate is like one of the most pro-black albums. If you think To Pimp a Butterfly, Death Certificate by Ice Cube is the father to that record.
I need to go listen to that. I may have heard what songs he had on that joint. What's the name?
Oh man, My Summer Vacation, Nappy Dugout, you name it, man. Like Be Truth to the Game was the main record where he was calling out the black celebrities for being sellout to the black community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was a big one. He had the Colorblind, speaking to the gangs and how that really affect us. He was calling black folks out. Call Us, not the movie Us, right? He really spoke about us black folks as a whole, the bad habits of us and how we need to improve all that. And when you hear the lyrics, it doesn't feel outdated. It feels like he's speaking today.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
So, substance-based music, man, it's dope. But at the same time, let's enjoy all of it, man. I ain't hating on nothing else, man. But
it's place for all of art. It's always a place for art. It's all art at the end of the day. You can't judge art. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
My son can do a handprint, and you can go look at Picasso. And you telling me my son art ain't art? Shit, you can't tell me that. Real, man. Come on now. He did it in art class. They need to change the name of the class then. This shit. Come on.
Yo, now we talked about how you know, how the police brutality and especially our community, even through the hip hop, how it impact us. But let's take it back home a little bit, right? Memphis, you know, Dolph, right? Passed away. You know, how that did that have any particular impact on your career or you know or your surrounding? And of course, you know, I'm not getting into the street politics about that over there, but you know, we got Yo Gotti. How did those things play a part into how you guys navigate on the music scene over there, man? Even up to Gangsta Boo recently, man, because I know she definitely had some influence around you guys to some extent, if not directly, right?
Yeah, I mean for Gangsta Boo, I feel like Gangsta Boo. I mean for more of the like the 90 area, you know what I'm saying? Like that age group. Of course, it fought with the city. Cause everybody, if you from Memphis, you know Gangsta Boo.
Right.
But yeah, Dolph Dev really fought with the city, man. He's like with Dolph shit, and that's fucked up because it was like we had the Dolph Dev, then we had the police shit that just happened. It's like just dark. That's why I say it was just wrong timing for that shit to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because like with Dolph, when Dolph died, it was then I feel like everybody just lost hope, especially like the young nigga, the street nigga. Cause you look at Dolph, cause Dolph was in reach, man. You know what I'm saying? You could be riding through the city, you gonna see Dolph car, whether you on the back street, on the highway, wherever you at. You know what I'm saying? You could be in the store and see Dolph walking that joint. He'll pay for your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just dead in reach. You feel me? And you could see that, like even with the videos of when he right before he died. You know what I'm saying? He in the motherfucking the C8 camouflage.
That's right.
In the trenches, man. What a security at? What a bodyguard? Come on, he was just dead in reach. So with him being dead in reach, it was. I feel like it was part of what he was trying to do because he was trying to get hope to the young nigga. So he's showing the young nigga like, I'm right here with y'all. You know what I'm saying? If I can do this shit, you can do this shit, and that's exactly how a lot of young niggas thinking. Like, man, if Dolph can do that shit, man, we can do that shit too. So when Dolph died, it's like, damn, all the hope that you know what I'm saying, all the hope gone.
Yeah,
you feel me? So like that really put a darkness on the city. That shit, a lot of killings. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Still to this day. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, like that shit. You know what I mean? Like,
damn.
Can't get too deep on it, but it's like,
I feel it.
Go ahead.
Did you have any particular connection or ties to him? Did you have a link or you know got anything done?
We never did no music or nothing like that together, man. Ran into Dolph a couple times though. You know what I'm saying? It was just quick little love, cause like with the city, man, it's like North Memphis, South Memphis thing. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So when we met for the first time, that's the first time we speaking out, man. Where you from? Man, I'm from North Memphis. Oh, that's the first time he do. You know what I'm saying? He like, oh, all right. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? But it's like when you from the city, it's like you feel like you close to it anyway. Cause that's how
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
And then it's like with Dolph, like with his daddy, like I done had some folks come to me like cause I ain't never talked to my pops to this directly because this situation we don't speak on his past habits and shit, but folks used to tell me like shit, my pops and Dolph dad, and my uncle, they used to be under the tree snow powder together and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Damn.
So, and I got cousins and shit that fuck with the paper round shit, but like for me personally, like me and Dolph ain't really had too many close ties, but he inspired what I do because we from the same city, you know what I'm saying? And it's like shit, he was in reach, you know what I'm saying? And he moved like a real G, and it's like if you really about something, if you really try and do something, regardless of what it is, whether you gonna street shit, sell some dope or whatever, you gonna respect Dolph because he really grinding like that. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yo, rest in peace, young Dolph, man. You know, clearly his hood love him. He's still getting a lot of love. I think they either just released or gonna release his new project, right?
Yeah, it already dropped. What it was?
Yo, it's hard to keep up with releases nowadays. Yeah.
And it was like a month ago, 2-3 weeks ago, something like that. Yeah, that jump hard.
Yeah.
That jump hard.
That's what's up, man. Condolences to his family still, man. You know, we had a chance to see his kids and his wife by him, so I can understand that's still a fresh thing. Because look, here's the reason why I'm speaking about his family, his wife and kids. Because look how the city loved him.
That's what I'm saying.
So I can imagine how that's really impacting those closer to him.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So that's the real stuff, man. You know what I mean? Definitely, man. That's the impact of the game, man. You know, comes with all that, man. You know, that's what it is. Rest in peace, man. But let's speak about one more impact, man. It's something that I've spoke about a lot. But how drugs impact the game, man. You talked about that on your record, right? Oh, yeah. Just and you got to reckon, man. You got to break this one down, because it's abbreviated, pretty lengthy. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how we coming. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Look. Hey, if we were running a contest, I will ask people if they can break down what does this mean. TTMMOTW, right? Like anybody can break that down, get $1,000. Like
man, we get
Pussy Voice. There you go.
If you can break that down, I'm gonna make it happen.
Right.
Next day delivery. For
real. You won that. Break that down. But anyway, man, break that down for us. What is that about it? What does that mean on that song, man?
Man, that stands for today I took my mirrors off the wall, man. The day I took my mirrors off the wall, man. And for me, that shit really came from real life shit. Like, I was staring in the mirror, and that's what I was telling you, was like, after I released my last project, I just went through a dark phase. Mm-hmm. And I was staring in the mirror, man, and I ain't see nothing but darkness. And it was kind of scary, like dead ass serious. So it was like, bro, hell nah, I don't want to look in no mirrors. You know what I'm saying? It got to the point where I walk in the bathroom, I make sure I'm not looking this way to look in the mirror. You feel me? So
that's deep, man.
That's
deep.
Yeah.
When you have to face your demon.
That shit real, man, because that shit bringing that energy back. So I'm trying not to think about it, but
nah, for sure. I got you.
Yeah, so it's like that shit got deep. So that's why it was like today I took my mirrors out the wall, because that's real shit. Because it's like, if I'm looking in the mirrors, only two things that I'm gonna see. Either I'm gonna see that, or I'm gonna see too much like where I'm gonna put myself too high. Now my pride too high. Mm-hmm. So this mirror can't do shit for me. You know what I'm saying? It can't do nothing for me. So I'm gonna take these mirrors off the wall, man. I don't want to look at I'm just gonna live life. Fuck being so hard on myself. Fuck being too good on myself. Because either way it go, it's gonna fuck me up in the long run. You know what I mean? So that's what that song, you know what I mean, gave birth, because that shit was real. That shit was real life, bro.
Damn. So, and you know what? That's the opposite of, you know, we got the classic Michael Jackson song that talked about looking at the man in the mirror in order to fix the issue. But you on the flip side, and of course, man, it's more than one with a skinny cat, right? So in your case, it's like, wait, I need to get away from looking at that, because sometimes having to be or being reminded of a certain thing can keep you in that space, right? Mm-hmm. And I get it, man. It's almost like, yo, listen, tell me, and I know you relate to this, right? Like when you break up with a chick, you don't want all her old belongings around. Seeing that,
none.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't pop up on my timeline. No post, no story.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna follow you, matter of fact.
Yeah, I don't want to see nothing
like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we really like that, yeah. But if it's something else, then it's like nah. But nah, for real, that's really just how it is. Like
yeah. So you have to get rid of the stuff that remind you of that painful moment, and sometimes it can be yourself, because when you are in that dark space and you have to be reminded or see that, so you have to get away from that. So seeing a mirror, looking in the mirror is gonna remind you of that, man. You have to break that sucker, pull it down, or whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying? So I get that, man. But you did mention a line of it, man. I can see the pain through the eyes of the big scar, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, because I did mention drug use and its impact in hip hop. But is there something? Look. Let me keep it a buck with you, man. Did did you have to rely on narcotics, the chronic, or the alcohol to help you cope at a point in time?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we all do that.
sure.
We all do that on some level or another.
sure.
We all do that on some level or another, man.
Yeah, I'm just glad I ain't go too deep on the pills.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Like everybody try something. When you older, you gonna try every type of drug that's what around you. You know what I mean? But like for me, I could never get it to the pills. Like my partners, they be on perks and Adderall and you know what I'm saying? Like Xan. Like I used to fuck with the Xans and shit like that, but it was all I don't know. Like Cole said, you trying to fill the void. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And then like for the weed, for me now the weed like it just keep me there. You know what I'm saying? The weed just keep me there. It ain't. It's abuse. Anything abuse if you do it too much. But for me, the weed keep me there. I'm not trying to escape nothing with the weed. You know what I mean? But I'd be lying if I said that. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, it's like to be me. I don't need nothing. But as long as I'm on that, I always know I got something to work on. Not saying I'm procrastinating, but like that shit just real. That's kind of like looking in the mirror. You know what I mean? So it's really kind of fucked up because it's like you get away from the mirror, but now you gotta go inside. I mean, you ain't looking at your reflection anymore. Now you gotta really be true with yourself, man. You gotta really tell yourself like this shit a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because you looking at it from the inside, but you on the outside. If you get what I'm saying? Like you look at yourself in third person because now you really paying attention to yourself. Because you really paying attention to what triggers your anxiety, what triggers your depression. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with the drug, back to the drug situation, the drugs take that away. You don't have to do it. You don't have to face it in that moment. But when you come back sober, you face it in that moment again, which causes you to do it again. And then it just becomes an addiction because now your body used to that shit, your mind used to that shit. And like for me with Big Scar, I feel like that's exactly what it was with him. I watch his lives, I watch his videos, and you could just look in his eyes and tell like something missing. You know what I'm saying? And that shit just come around for me. What I go through, what I had homies go through, you know what I'm saying? Partners like, with me, I was fortunate enough to have my mama and my pops. Like my pops, he was on dope and all type of shit, but he still stuck around. You feel me? And he's still here to this day. You know what I mean? Like they're like my big brother, but I grew up around homies who ain't had it, or who pops in prison, or who pops out but they on some gangster shit, or who mama dead, or who mama or dad ain't around. You know what I'm saying? So it gets to the point where I can notice that silent cry. You know what I mean? Especially when I got a partner we close to, so he noticed my silent cry. So I started paying attention to shit. And like when I watch his videos, it's like you go back to the darkness type shit. Like he in that darkness, and that's how he gotta be. But you could tell that light want to come out, and he just wants some help. But you so dark, you in a city that's so dark and able to survive, you gotta stay dark. And the only way for a motherfucker to really stay dark is to be out of their mind because your natural being want to do something good. You know what I'm saying? You don't naturally want to wake up and kill a nigga for no reason, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's not your natural.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
You in the dark. So but that becomes survival. In Memphis, if you want to protect your child, you want to protect your mom and your daddy, you gotta be ready to do that. It shit sound crazy, but it's like, hey, auntie, grandma, sister, anybody to protect my mom and daddy. Unfortunately, that's where that shit can get taken to. You know what I mean? And for people like him who so deep off in this shit, you gotta be on that shit all the time. The fuck will help you stay there. You know what I mean? What the song say, my homie pop a pill, then go catch a body. What do he do first though? He popped the pill first. He ain't just go catch nobody. Your homie popped the pill to catch that body. You know what I mean? So that shit real, bro.
You got to alter your state of mind because that's not your natural state, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Drugs and music, man. You know, hip hop and drugs always have had a tight connection, right? Listen, music, period, right? When you go way back, Jimi Hendrix, right? These was psychedelics. George Clinton.
George Clinton, boy.
George Clinton, like the ghost of the modern time was like George Clinton will pop a pipe and smoke that crack right there in front of them and funk it up. Funk it up on a guitar. You know what I'm saying?
And that shit like Player Fly from Memphis, man. He don't give no fuck. He snort powder. He gonna let you know. He makes songs about it. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was cool. Like he called himself the Coney King of Funky Time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just what it's part of it. Unfortunately, it is part of it.
It is. You have stages. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh man, yo, listen, come on, man. Listen, we have Bob Marley, right? Known for the chronic, for the ganja. We have songs like Gin and Juice, talk about the alcohol. We have Pastor Cavassier. We have all of them. And that's back then. I'm naming. I'm not even talking about the stuff now, right? So I'm just saying, like, it's always been there, right? And of course, it's always gonna be there.
How to handle their shit, you know what I mean?
And that's the key. That's the key.
That's the key. That's the key. You know what I mean? Like that's the key. You feel me?
Where it's not inspiring you to commit a murder for the day. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now.
Like,
you gotta know how to bounce back or either control your limit. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
You're gonna overcome that shit, or you know what I mean? You're gonna compress that shit to good enough where you still can live your life and you ain't out here crashing out. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact, man. Yo, listen, when I used to make beats, I had to have when I used to drink rather, and I make beats while I'm drinking, I couldn't really I couldn't be as effective as I was sober on my beats.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I love it.
I try to tell myself to stop doing. I'm like, bro, you don't need that shit, man. You're like, what? Go, you know what I'm saying? I had moments where, no lie, I record sober, I write sober, and it feel different, and I think this shit hard, this shit flowing better.
It's different.
But it's just not the same though.
Yeah,
you know
yeah. It's different.
Yeah, it ain't the same.
Oh man, yo, listen. So if we just bring up, everything back together, man, I think everything that we pretty much spoke on, man, I think the folks can hear that in musical form on your album.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right?
For sure.
They can hear it on the Poor Millionaires album. You will get a chance to hear. I had a chance to hear it. You will not only get a chance to hear the skit that pretty much talk about the poor millionaire mindset and concept, man. You know what I'm saying? Check that out. You know what I'm saying? It's a dope one where he got a chick that sound like Glorilla's sister on there. Breaking down the poor millionaire that she once had to deal with. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, that shit real, man. That shit that shit crazy. That shit funny, man. That shit.
You know what I mean? But pretty much, man, the GOAT talk, you know what I'm saying? We spoke about some of the GOATs, man. You pretty much laid down, I'm gonna play some of that, but they'll get a chance to hear a piece, but I want them to go stream it and check it out and support you.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But even, man, just the songs what's the one with the long abbreviation with the scar?
Today I took my mirrors off the wall.
See, look. In case y'all ain't paying attention, that abbreviation had y'all realized it was about that mirror, right? So you know what I'm saying?
The longest abbreviation on there.
Yeah, but it's dope though. No, it's dope. And that was, I ain't gonna lie, when I listened to that song, it stuck out. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those joints I really think that, whether you do a visual or just push it, is one of those songs, man, that I think when we go back to the substance, I think a lot of people can connect with that, man, and really get a chance to relate to it. Because sometimes people feel better when they see that there are other people that have the same experiences as they do.
Right.
And they're not alone. I ain't trying to get corny about it, but
that's real.
You're not alone in this world. With other people that can relate to you.
How they feel.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So good stuff on that, man. Overall, man, like I really think it's a dope project, man. Substance based, like personally, I really like I like that one. I like GOAT Talk.
Yeah.
I like Time. You know what I'm saying? Because you got chicks out there wasting dudes' time. You know what I'm saying? And they are not realizing that, look, my time is valuable. It's not only money, but it's valuable. And if I'm giving you my time, I am more than likely giving you something that's more valuable than the ring that I could propose to you.
Come on now.
Never mind the ring. I'm giving you my time.
Take the time, don't waste the time. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Speaking of time too, man, y'all make sure y'all tune in, man. Everything, man. If you need beats, if you need anything, I play the guitar on that time. I play any guitar you hear on the whole album, man. I played that shit myself.
I wanted to talk about that too, because look, real quick, before we do wrap up, right? So on this project, you know what I'm saying, you're not only spitting the bars, man, you know what I'm saying, you're definitely a lyrical cat, you know what I'm saying, you drop some bars on there, but you also make the beats. And you're a guitarist. Like yo, listen, it's not a lot of rappers that we know that rap and spit. And they make their beats. The only one I know is Wyclef. Not the only one, but that most notable.
That's
right?
the only one. Yeah.
Probably the only one in terms of on a large, mainstream level that we're aware of.
I think 3 Stacks used to do it. 3 Stacks. Who else? Mac. I fought with Mac Miller. Mac Miller he can do it too.
Lil Wayne was fronting, wasn't he?
That's my boy. I ain't gonna downplay Weezy on anything else.
No, but I'm saying he only did that on one album and pretended. I never seen him really playing it.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah, but you gotta understand Wayne. Wayne tried to pick up the guitar at the wrong time in his career. If he would have did that shit early, he would have mastered that shit. He got too much shit going on, man.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
yes, but yeah,
I play guitar too.
Oh,
not like you, but at a point in time when I was making beats and I wanted my samples to sound original, not something I try to play. Right. So I'll just play little licks and I'll sample them and put them into my records and just make them do more than how I could play it, but onto the MPC and all that. You know what I'm saying? But that's what's up to know, man. Like, you make the beats, you play the guitar, a rapper, guitarist, unusual, man. So definitely a whole lot of talent going on over there, man.
I've been teaching myself. I ain't take no lesson. I've been teaching myself for 2 years, man.
That's what's up.
So
that is what's up.
Stay tuned.
Holla at the boy, man.
Yes, sir.
On the beats. Yo, listen, shout out your platform, man. Where they can check you, check the music. I know we say streaming on all platforms, but nonetheless, what particular platform you want them to check you out, whether the YouTube, IG, and all of that?
Oh yeah, man. Everything, man, on the YouTube, IG, TikTok, at the Black Vaccine. Everything spelled straight out. Just be ready to dodge some of that other little shit that gonna pop up. You know what I'm saying? But once you get to me, you get to me. You feel me? Yeah. It's like being stuck out in the middle of nowhere, man. But you found them right folks who had some food and water, man. You in there. Now you in the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna feed you. I'm gonna give you some water. Might give you something to smoke. But you need to find my house first. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all look it up, man. All streaming platforms. Poe Millionaire. Go screen that 03 Lil Wayne too, man. It's some hits on there, some classics on there too. The same thing. I produced every track on that one, and played all the guitar on that, John too. So
that's what's up, man.
Yes,
that's what's up. Go and support that. It sounds dope. You know what I'm saying? No, not capping. You know what I'm saying? The boy got some work. You know what I'm saying? So check it out, man. And shout out to Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all artists putting it down, man. Y'all doing y'all thing, man. Good conversation, man.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for taking the time out, man, to build. You know what I'm saying? Unseen Music Podcast, man. The Hunger series. You know what I'm saying? Love kicking it with artists, man. Get into the mindset. Get into what's behind their music. You know what I'm saying? Behind the influence. Thing that drives them, man, and the experience or just the personal aspect, man. It's always dope to get that insight because a lot, me, I do this because I'm of the music. I'm not a media guy. You know what I'm saying? So this is me speaking with peers. You know what I'm saying? Whether from the old time or now. So it's always a pleasure for me to really connect with artists, man. Get into it. Speak about the business or just the music aspect of it, man. So just keep that hunger, man. Keep pushing, man. Stop by another time, man. Let's build. So you got some more stuff. You know what I'm saying? Coming.
Hey, I'm loaded. Hey, look, man. Y'all might used to the name in a few months, man. Y'all ain't gonna have to worry about the other stuff popping up. You know what I'm saying? That's how.
Yeah. There you go.
You know what I'm saying? I'm popping up first.
Black dosage.
Popping up first. Y'all know what's going on, but
yeah.
I definitely got, man, plenty more, man. I got some shit dropping, man. I got some shit dropping next month. Matter of fact, man. So everybody be ready. I'm just dropping projects back to back, videos, everything. You know what I mean? So
look, 100, man. Yo, we go link up. Thanks again, man. Until next time, bro.
Oh yeah, appreciate it.
100.
All right.